All right. How's it going? Mr. Deadman of the Dead Man's Tome podcast, a live show broadcast from a trailer park deep in the heart of Meth County, Texas. I'm your host, Mr. Deadman. Tammy G and SK are not with me today. Today is actually a special episode. It's a release party for Collision Course. Collision Course is a brand new novel. It actually was released in October, but here we have the release party now. It's by David Owen Hughes and Sarah Dell. If you like crime action thrillers, adrenaline pumping crime action thrillers, this is your sort of thing. Okay. Now I want to share my thoughts about this book. Now you might be, well, you're kind of biased, aren't you, Mr. Deadman? I mean, after all, you did publish the book, right? Of course you could try to sell us on it. You're right. But I tell you what, if you buy it and you don't like it, I mean, you know how to reach me. You know how to reach me, right? You'd be like, how dare you? How dare you? Hold on. Okay, you know how to reach me. So, but I doubt that that's going to happen. I doubt that's going to happen because I guarantee you, you will definitely enjoy this book. All right, man. And it was a little delayed tonight. Supposed to start a little bit earlier. Had some family over, playing El Loteria, whatever. I was losing coins out my ass. I was going broke from the game. Could not even. Hey, if we can get 5 likes here, I'll take a shot of Maker's Mark. If we get 10 likes, we'll do Everclear. I mean, right now we're sitting at 2, so let's change that. So the way we do the release party here is there's a Facebook event right now on the Dead Man's Tome Facebook page. Okay. There's caption contests, there's polls, there's ways where you can engage and interact. I'll be going over that information. Also, once again, sharing my thoughts about the story, about in this case, the book, talking about it. Also, share my thoughts on serial killers. Playing a little game of, can we guess the killer? Can we guess the suspect? Okay. Those listening to the podcast feed during that part, I'll try to do my very best with my words to describe the image we have on the screen. All right. Well, let's do this. Okay. All right. So what I'll do here is start off. Let me ask you guys a question. What is your favorite crime thriller? Okay. One of my favorites is The Long Goodbye. The Long Goodbye by Raymond Chandler. Great novel. Great book. That thing is, and I like that because the time that, or I guess the feeling. Let me put it this way. And I'm doing a terrible job. As a private eye or detective, someone who, or just anyone who has a career where their work defines them and they're obsessed with it to the point to where it becomes part of them, right? When you no longer have that work, have that job, it's like you kind of lose, you don't know what to do with yourself, right? Like if you, let's say you're a detective and you love that casework. You like it. It's whether or not you really love it, but it's part of you, right? It's the thrill of it. Okay. But once that's gone, now you're stuck with boredom. And boredom, whether or not you lost the job or because there's little work or what have you, it's going to affect you kind of in similar ways. With boredom comes idle hands. Idle hands comes, that's when you get into bad vices and get into things you shouldn't get into. The Long Goodbye. I like that. I like that aspect. Let's see. Silence of the Lambs. That's another good one. I think everyone knows that. The Power of the Dog. Don Winslow. Right? Another good one. All right, let me take a look at the chat real fast. You love the shirt? Oh, yeah, I forgot to say. They're looking at the shirt because of the camera. It was a pajama party. It was a pajama white elephant party, and yeah, I'm wearing pajamas right now. That's what's happened. And my wife had to send me to the corner store because we didn't have enough chips. So I went to the corner store and bought 2 of the biggest bags of chips I could find. They're ringing up. It was $15 for 2 bags of chips. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I spent it. I shouldn't have. And I do need to watch my language. My son's right there. Anyway. Yes, Sarah Dell. Boredom is dangerous. Very dangerous. This is very dangerous. Okay, so let's get to this Collision Course. What did I think about this book? Well, obviously I enjoyed it, right? Because I did greenlight it for it to be published. Yeah. I like that you have these 2 main characters who are broken in various ways. You have this Hitman who, like on the cover you see, he looks kind of like Hitman from the video game series. Kind of like that. That's sort of very not ethical. A very effective killing machine. Definitely not ethical. Very effective killing machine. No mercy at all. In fact, you get a bit about his background where he's broken. He's jaded. The kid, or the man, started off as this troubled kid who had all these problems, and how he more like he fell into the profession of being a hitman because he liked killing. He would have been a serial killer one way or the other. It's just now he's getting paid for it by this company called Wilderness. Okay. So he is a monster through and through. He's not someone you like, but he has the appearance of someone that you like. He has that appearance that a lot of men want and a lot of women want for other reasons, right? Then you have, Gwen. You have the female officer who she tries to do her job well, but the problem is, or at least my take of it is that she's troubled by her vices as well. Alcohol. I know it's kind of a cliche, kind of a common trope. And in crime thrillers, you're going to have that detective who's can't quit the bottle. But the reason why that trope is common is because it's very real. It happens. Man, I could tell you, like, there's caseworkers, even what I do. Man, you drink because you have to sometimes. You drink because that's how you, it's not about coping. It's just about just numbing some things, right? Anyway, so, but she drinks to the point to where it really messes with her, and she's working and she's trying hard to do the right thing. But if you think of the movie Rush Hour, but not so comical, where at the beginning where like, to take care of the bad guys, you explode the whole city block. But instead of blowing the whole city block where it's just collateral damage and property damage and no one cares, this would be destroys a whole trailer park, but grandmas and little babies die. It's like, oh my God, one of the most horrible things you could imagine. It's like, ooh, and just a simple dumb mistake. But you want to root for her, but it's like, ooh. But these two, they cross paths. Because the company, Wilderness, is going to make them kind of face to face. They're trying to get rid of the one hit man and using the other to hunt him down. So you had that face to face clash. I like that. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, you got to. Gerald is my man. It would be a very brief relationship. Gerald thinks he's so beautiful, such a catch with the ladies. But the thing is, too, is that, I mean, if you were to take a poll with Gerald's looks, I'm pretty sure most ladies would agree that yeah, he looks pretty good, right? They would agree. It is what it is. He has those looks that a lot of women desire, and a lot of men want to achieve, right? And Gwen's not bad looking either. But I think I like the twists. I like the adrenaline. Every chapter is pumping. Every chapter has action to it. There's not a dull chapter. In fact, how Sarah Dell and David Hughes were able to escalate and just keep the escalation going on the drama, on the tension. Man, I couldn't put it down. I could not. I had to I had to reread. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? They're doing what now?" Because a simple manhunt. It goes all the way to Hawaii, and they don't stop, man. How that cover might look over the top, crazy explosions, fire, and everything, but it goes. It fits the theme of the book. It does. You know what I'll do? We have 4 likes right now. We need 1 more. I'll take a shot at Maker's Mark. Get 6 more. Take a shot at Everclear. Come on. Let's see. Sarah Dell. Alcoholism is near and dear to my heart. Making really horrible mistakes is something I have plenty of experience with. You know, I hear you. Not so much the mistakes. At least I haven't made many mistakes or any that are really, really bad drunk. But, you know, I know people where it has messed with them. You know, I know how dangerous it can be. And man, you're right. All right, let's shift gears. And while I do so, sorry, I'm still suffering from the cold that I have. Let me ask you guys, what is your favorite crime thriller movie? All right, I'm curious what it is. One of mine is definitely Seven, the movie Seven. I know that's more kind of like horror, maybe, sort of, but it rides that line, I think. Seven, Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, the twists and turns in this book are just absolutely amazing. Oh, and the I like how this book doesn't. Okay, one thing I enjoy about this is that the book does not hold back. The book does not hold back on the sexual content, and the graphic content, even on the language. Gerald says things to some people in the hood, some brothers that he shouldn't say, but he does, and it's like, oh shit. I like it when authors don't censor themselves and are willing to just let their characters be them, even if they are horrible little monsters. You know, just let your character be the character. You know, just because you're putting that line of dialogue there doesn't mean you condone it, right? Hell, Gerald's a fucking killer and does all sorts of stuff to his stepsister at one point. So yeah, I don't think Sarah Dell or David Hughes condone anything he does. But I do have a question for Sarah Dell since she's in the chat. What level of research did you have to do for this book? And has the FBI or any government agency knocked on your door about your search history? All right, we got 7 likes here. Maker's Mark. Let's do it. All right. Come on. I know Sarah Dale was feeling under the weather too. I think she had a fever. That's okay. I like to talk. I can keep on talking. Give you something to say. Give you something to talk about. Gerald is balls to the wall raw. He is. I like how he has a soft spot for a hooker. Man. Coughing into the mic and y'all sick. All right, here we go. Ready? Hopefully this will cleanse my throat. Ooh. Ooh, that was good. Feel that burn. Oh, yeah, that was good. Let me take a look at the Facebook page at the event. It was asked the same question. What is your favorite crime thriller film? Let's see what people said. Let's go take a gander. Let's go take a look. Let's see. Let's go look together. Let me go put it on the screen here. All right, where are you? All right, there we go. Let me take me off the screen so you can see. What is your favorite crime thriller film and why? 3 comments. Sarah Dell. I once assigned Silence of the Lambs to a class as part of a comparative study of madness in literature. That's interesting. I ended up watching the damn thing in 45 minutes increments for several classes over a week-long period. Pretty sure I have all Hannibal and Clarice's dialogue committed to memory. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And pretty damn cool assignment. Was that high school? That couldn't be high school. Okay. If that high school, then you might be one of the better teachers out there. You still have a job? Just asking. Let's see. Martin Eastland King. Cape Fear. Both versions. Oh, Cape Fear. I've not seen Cape Fear since I was I haven't seen Cape Fear since I was a little. Oh, man. And I think it was the 62 one that I saw. I don't know. Good. I have to rewatch that. But those, see, I was not expecting that because I totally forgot. What are your top crime thriller books? I asked that earlier. Sarah Odell asked about Lee Childs. Lee Childs, man, yeah. The Killing Floor. Killing Floor is not bad. Martin Eastland King, The Executioners. Ooh, yeah. Okay, Red Dragon. Good books. Good picks. I also asked best buddy cop movie. Now, Collision Course has, I don't think it has any of the buddy cop vibes in this. I didn't get any of that. But, I felt it was relevant. Okay. Buddy cop. It's just a season for Die Hard, right? You're right, it is. It is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. If you don't agree, thumbs down now. I'm just joking. No, but seriously. He's given the best gift he could give he's given the best gift he could give his ex-wife and his child. Their life. Okay? Come on. He's saving a bunch of people. Definitely much better than some stupid toy or some Nintendo Switch or whatever, right? Come on. All right. Silence of the Lambs. Hey, Dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good pick. Yes, it was high school class, says Sarah Dell in the chat. And no, I didn't last too long as a high school teacher. Okay. Well, at least you have a job, though. You became a librarian. That's good. That's good. I wonder if I don't even think you would be able to do that now. You show Silence of the Lambs now in a high school class, even seniors, they would ball up in tears. They would ball up and cry and be like, trigger warning, I can't handle it. Oh, save space. The parents would be, it'd be horrible. All right, we'll do the capture contest later. All right. think what we could do now is have some fun with the what could do here? Oh, figuring out the crime scene. This is gonna be great. This is fun. All right. So what this is an image will come on the screen, and we have to figure out who the suspect is. And for those listening to the podcast, I will do my best to describe it to you, and also probably include a link on the where you can find the image. Okay. Here we go. This is the image here. Let me take my face off the screen here. So you have this cartoon image, this drawing of what looks like to be a clothing store, right? You have 4 individuals on the screen. One that is dead in the back room. A back room that appears to be disheveled with some pooled blood, some blood on the wall. And the guy just sitting there with what appears to be a knife wound. Okay, he's bleeding. Then the 3 other people, you have one who's looking at some clothes. He has his arm in a sling, has his right arm in a sling, and you got this other dude who's just wearing a yellow shirt, and jeans, whatever. He has money in his hand, trying to give it to the cash register, the clerk, whatever. But he's giving the money to her, and he's also holding the bag as if he would have already had the goods. And then, of course, you have the store clerk who appears to be taking the money. No, she appears to be, putting in the receipt already. All right. Other than that, there's nothing really of note in this image. But let me ask you guys, who do you think the suspect is? You have 4 people here, one that's dead. The 3 people that aren't dead. The most, I look at the one in the middle, the disheveled looking guy who is already holding a bag in his hand and handing money to the cashier. Because why would he already have the goods in his hand in a bag and also handing her money for what he's buying, right? That doesn't make any sense. Why is she doing a receipt without taking the money first? What's going on there? That's questionable. Now, whether or not that makes him a suspect for the murder, I don't know. But it does definitely make me question the cashier's job ability. I mean, that guy could have just walked out of the store. She hasn't even taken the money, and she's already writing the receipt. That's not a credit card. That's cash in his hand. I mean, what do y'all think? Yeah. And if you look at the guy, it looks too easy. That's why I don't want to choose him. But if you look at him, if you look at his pocket, he has something sticking out of it. Like it's something coming out. I don't know if that's a knife. It's something... I can't say if it's sharp. It looks like a hook. But he definitely has an item sticking out of his pocket. He could have used that to stab the guy. I don't know. Someone in the chat, Becky, saying logic would say since he's in the back room, it would be the cashier. However, I would say it is the guy in the sling. Oh, that's right. You're blaming the guy with the handicap, huh? You're blaming the guy who has, what, an alibi? Couldn't be me. Could it be me? I'm only one-armed. I can't stab him. How do we know? Huh? How do we know? We gotta figure this one out, guys. What we could do is be like Gerald and just shoot them all. Or be like Gwen and fire some shots, completely miss, and blow up the place. And kill like an orphanage. Somehow. Sorry, that's related to the book, Collision Course. Gotta get that book. It's a great book. Yeah, so I would... What if the guy with the sling is an undercover cop? The guy with the sling is an undercover cop, and the cashier and the dude with the money in the bag, they're in on it. They did it together. They got rid of this guy. The body's still back there. They'll deal with the body as soon as they can, but first they need to get this cop out of there. Maybe... Oh, but no, they're not going to know he's a cop. He's undercover. Maybe he's there. Okay, so they don't know he's a cop. But he's undercover, right? But maybe the person who got killed in the back room was an informant. Ooh. So it was some little dickweed that they're like, some annoying pest. He looks young too, right? The guy in the back room is dead. He looks kind of young. They decided they were going to kill him together. So they conspired, and maybe the guy did it. And they're acting the part. Now trying to look all innocent. I was like, okay, you're leaving the store now. And I guess they're hoping that the guy with the sling doesn't go looking in the back room. That back room door is not even closed. Right? If he was an undercover cop, I mean, he's going to see that, and then it's up. Someone's going to jail. Teresa Matthews, this hurting your brain? Yeah, it's never the one-armed man. We got to figure this out. This is all we have. This is all we have to go by. See, this is why police work is hard. The guy with the sling is reaching with his hurt arm. Is he? I don't see that. The guy with the sling just has a sling on his hurt arm, and his hurt arm's just kind of like that. And it could just be a bad drawing. But he's reaching with... No, the sling is on the other arm. The sling is on his right arm. He's reaching with his left arm. Yeah, he's reaching with his left. Like this. Like this. Oh, sorry. My camera's mirrored. So, but yeah, he's reaching with his left. And his sling is going to be in his right. Huh. Interesting. What does Sarah Dell think? If he wasn't reaching, you wouldn't see his hand? You would see his hand because it's his right hand. The way he's standing, his right arm, like you're seeing his right shoulder. So you're going to see his right hand. That's just how that works. Right? Okay, so the way he's standing right there, looking that way at the wall, he's facing right. So his right shoulder is going to be looking at you. So that's how you know it's in the sling. Oh, you're saying because he's going like this? Instead of having the arm be like against his body or something? Is that what you mean? That the arm should be like this against his body instead of being like this. Like he's like a little T-Rex or something. Maybe. All right, so what we do is, I have an idea. We just bring them all in for questioning. We just bring them all in for questioning. Arrest them all. You're all going to jail. Close down the freaking store. Close it down. Can we do that? Can we just go in there and be like, RoboCop? or Judge Dredd and just sentence him immediately. Oh my god, that'd be horrible. Police work isn't hard. Armchair detectives are. Well, okay. Oh, so I guess police work is easy then? Is that what you're saying? Nah, police work isn't easy. I think you'd strike the center. The death penalty, solar plexus, is what I was taught. Gwen has an obvious advantage when she interrogates. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's one thing I also liked about the Collision Course is the little character details. No. Something nice. I like that. All right, I'm going to put another one on the screen. But first, to remind people, it is the release party for Collision Course, all right? If you haven't checked out this book by David Hughes and Sarah Dell, you definitely have to. I highly recommend it. Of course, I published it. Of course, I'm going to say very positive things about it. Look, if you buy it and you don't like it, you know how to reach me. You just come to me and tell me to eat shit. But I promise you, you're going to like it. How are we doing on the likes, by the way? We reached 10 likes. We're at 9. So what? Can I get this shot of Everclear ready? Or is this just going to be like it's going to sit on the desk and I'm just going to stare at it? Tell who did it, damn it. You want to know the real answer? There isn't a real answer to it. There really isn't. There's no real answer to it. It's just a mind fuck. It's just to make you think. That's all it is. Well, look, let me tell you. First off, like I said at the beginning, the guy in the middle, why is he disheveled like that? Did he just get into a fight with someone? Why does he have that? Is there keys sticking out of his pocket? But, you know, it could be the cashier. What if she did it? She looks nervous as fuck at that cash register. And you know what? She looks nervous and she's doing her job wrong. Look, she already handed him the product in a bag before taking the money. And now she's trying to take the money. But before she does that, she gives him the receipt. She's not thinking straight. And she looks old. Like she's probably been in this job for a while. Maybe. Right? This isn't her first day at this job. So, she's been here for a while. She knows not to make these silly mistakes. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing unless she's distracted with something. She's distracted because she's dealing with the guilt. No, not guilt. The fear of getting caught. She stabbed that young man in the back room. She was a cougar. Going after young men. And this young man was going to expose her because she also had a husband. Okay, so she's having an affair with a young man, and she did not want to be exposed. So she stabbed him. She stabbed him right there in the back room. She forgot to close the door all the way, and you can see on her face that she's nervous. Look at that little wrinkle. She's nervous. Why is she sweating so much? A cashier is not a hard job. That's not hard. Why is she sweating? Huh? Look at that. What? She's just giving free merchandise out, apparently, too. Oh, now she's going to take the money? The guy with the money in his hand, it looks like he's like, am I getting this shirt for free? It looks like I'm about to. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's the woman. It is her. It is her. You know, and if this was a crime drama TV show, she'd be the least likely suspect, and it's gonna be her. They'd be like, it could never be the old lady. The old lady would never stab a young man. Right? That would never happen. Oh, well, maybe he did. Or the guy with the sling. See, I don't know if he's reaching with that arm, if that's just a bad drawing. I don't know. Because he's not really reaching with it. It looks like he's just there. I mean, because the arm that I see that's reaching, the one that's reaching actually touching the green suit jacket, that's not the arm in the sling, right? I mean, y'all see the same image I'm seeing, right? The arm that he's actually reaching out to touch the green jacket or the green coat is would be his left arm. Can we move on? Okay, we'll move on, Teresa. Oh, well, let me ask you, Teresa. What is your favorite thriller? What is your favorite crime fiction? Okay. Let's see what's going on with that as well. Let's see. Let's see. Let me take a look at the event. Oh, we have some caption contests as well. And we'll get into the serial killers. That'd be great. That'd be fun. In fact, we can do that now. Take the ultimate serial killer quiz. Talk about some of the more popular serial killers out there. First, on the Facebook event page, there was a poll about who you would rather be with. I think spend a night with. Let's see. Where is the poll at? Okay, it's right here. All right. Who would you rather spend the night with, Jeffrey Dahmer or Ed Gein? It's a 50 tie. I don't know. You're kind of screwed either way, right? I mean, it's not going to go well for you. Jeffrey Dahmer and Ed Gein are both going to eat you. One might actually be a better cook. I think Jeffrey Dahmer might actually season your flesh a little bit more. I don't know. Jeffrey Dahmer has the better looks. He might make it less. Well, it's still gonna be horrible, but at least I'm grasping for straws here. There's Jeffrey Dahmer there on the screen, so you can see. Yeah, you go with him. You're gonna be eaten. Your flesh is gonna be seasoned a little bit. Maybe you might experiment with it, but he's not gonna make he's not gonna make curtains out of your skin. He's not gonna make a lampshade out of your skin, right? He's not gonna make a recliner out of your skin. Ed Gein, on the other hand, he's all the way. He uses all of your parts: bone, flesh, and meat. So, I don't know. I mean, if you spend the night with Ed Gein, he doesn't just eat you. He uses your whole body. I don't. Ew, man. I mean, you would just want to be eaten and discarded? Or do you want to... I mean, if you had to choose one or the other, who would you choose? Who would you choose? Yeah, and Dahmer only ate dudes, and actually he preferred darker meat. He preyed on brothers. He did quite a bit. Ed Gein, I don't. But so if you were just like, so actually, if you were a white dude spending time with Jeffrey Dahmer, he probably wouldn't kill you. He probably wouldn't. If you're spending the night with him. He might even just, you just be in the front of the house. He might just keep the charade up and talk to you. I don't know. Maybe they'll just. I think you might be okay. Ed Gein, on the other hand, he might actually fucking kill you, eat you all the way. I don't. Yeah, Dahmer only like guys, so yeah. So the ladies could spend time with Jeffrey Dahmer, and they'll be okay. They couldn't spend time with Ed Gein, though. Man. SK and West, they did a really good episode on Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer, where they went in detail about their killings and all that. You can find that episode here on this channel. It's called Real Monsters. Jeffrey Dahmer and Ed Gein. So that's how I got the. Not only does Jeffrey Dahmer prefer men, but it's a men of color. He has his preference. He likes the BBC. He likes that. Ed Gein, on the other hand, I believe, did Ed Gein just go after women? I don't know exactly, but if that's the case, and if you're a dude, you might just want to hang out with Ed Gein. I guess if you had to, if this was like Fear Factor, the new Fear Factor with Joe Rogan, and it's like, okay, you got to spend the night with one house. You just choose one. Okay, Joe, I'll go Ed Gein. I'll go Ed Gein, but I don't know if I want to sit in that recliner. I don't think I want to do that. Not at all. Let's see. Let's take a look at the chat here. That's hard. I love serial killers. Yeah. Oh, what did I call the old lady? I'll call her the old lady lots of things. Probably cougar. Among other things. Let's see. Ed didn't care for girls? Okay. So what? Ed only ate boys too? Or the guys too? Man. Oh, he did. He just had a use for him. Ah, okay. That's what I thought. Nah, yeah, exactly. If you were a lady spending time with Ed Gein, he'd be using you in ways that you don't want to be used. You'd be furniture. Okay. You know what's interesting about Ed Gein is that so he's part of the inspiration for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a lot of people who still believe Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually based on a real event here in Texas, but that is not true at all. It looks real, and that's part of the selling point, right? But it's not based on any massacre with chainsaws here in Texas. It's based off Ed Gein, or the idea. But Ed Gein did not live in Texas. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. I remember his nipple belt. Yeah, we were there. We all watched that stream. I think that when that stream aired, it was all over on Stream Me. That place disappeared. And, you know, I give them free range of what they could put on the show. And I was like, oh, man, this is risque. Like, oh, shit. Okay. Now that we're back on YouTube, I would not greenlight any of those photos. I'm like, no, you can't show a nipple belt. You're on YouTube. You're talking about fucking... No, you can't do that. You can't do that shit. No. Yeah, that's creepy. Real creepy. Oh, but when they did the Jeffrey Dahmer stream, I was watching it as a producer should, and then there's like a big black dick on the screen. I'm like, oh, fuck me. I'm sitting there messaging, I'm like, there's a big black dick on the screen. Y'all don't see that? Come on, man. Are y'all trying to... I don't think you realize... You couldn't really tell because it was mutilated, but it was like, come on. You can't just put crime scene photos, any crime scene photos on you. You gotta be careful. I don't mind being demonetized. Don't want a content strike, which can get them left and right. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't care. So yeah, there's a shit ton of serial killers out there. You know, oh, there's like one in every state. One in every state. We're talking about some of the most notorious serial killers from every state. Right here. Let's see. You got Alabama. Pa Joan Knowles, the Casanova Killer. The Casanova Killer, right? Beginning his murderous rampage with 2 anger killings. There's the result of being dumped by a woman he had seduced while in prison. All the women he killed, his 18 to 35 victim rampage through Alabama, Georgia, and Texas, were abducted unwillingly. Of course they were. It's not like you would be abducted willingly, but yeah. Oh, Albert Fish. That episode was also streamed here on YouTube. That one was okay. Oh, obviously it was going to be demonetized because we're talking about all the Albert Fish's kinks and stuff, but yeah, but here's the Casanova Killer. Alabama. Just name a state. There's so many. Let's see. Let me go to, I wonder who's the most notorious killer in Texas. Let's see. Of Texas. I bet you it's going to be, I don't, who is it? Oh, Dean. Wait. Dean Coral? Dean Coral. Oh, wow, this guy. Dean Coral. Like, he grew up in like Pasadena. He lived in Pasadena, not too far from where I live. Not, at least not that far anyway. Okay. Yeah, another serial killer who preyed on men. He preyed on men usually. Let's see. Let me see if I get an image of him real fast. Dean Coral. There we go. There's that face. Yeah, you can. It takes some work, but you could find the address of his old home. But it takes some work. It has. I don't think it has anything with them trying to hide the address of where he grew up. I think it has more to do with zoning laws and changing addresses. But the boathouse that where Dean Coral buried the bodies or hid the bodies, you could go to that place. It's still there. It's crazy. It's scary. Even. This is not a good image. It's black and white. I'm sorry. Oh, God, that looks horrible. Let's see if I can find a better one. They call him the Candy Man. He had all the sweets to lure all the boys. He'd go out, lure some boys, bring them to his place, torture them, kill them. Hide their body in a boathouse. Bury them. Yeah. This is and this guy right here. Ooh. And you talk about mass murder for Houston, Texas. I mean, it's pretty noteworthy. I think it 28 plus victims we're talking about. That's quite a bit. Oh man. Let's see. Coral's victims were typically lured with an offer of a party or a lift to a succession of addresses in which he resided between in 1970 and 1973. They would then be restrained either by force or deception, and each was killed either by strangulation or shooting with a .22 caliber pistol. Coral and his accomplices, that's right, he had some help, buried 17 of their victims in a rented boat shed, which is still, you could go there. I think last time I checked, I think it's still a boathouse. I think it's like a storage shed. Let's see. Let's see. 4 other victims were buried in the woodland near Lake San Rayburn. 1 victim was buried in a beach in Jefferson County, and at least 6 victims were buried on a beach near Bolivar Peninsula. All right. So, yeah, a doozy. The Candyman, the Pied Piper. Yep, he earned that all right. 2020 Lamar Drive. I think that's supposed to be his address. Let's see. Huh. You know, I was trying to find his address, try to find his place so that way I could actually go there and try to provoke spirits, you know, with a Ouija board and stuff. Because I figured, well, it might do something, but what if it works? What if it works? What if I provoke something I can't undo? Right? Yeah. So I chickened out on that one. Let's see. Name a state. Lot lizards? Ooh, man. You gotta watch out for the truckers. H.A. Holmes is another Oh, H.H. Holmes. Man, he had a house dedicated for killing. He made it into a game. Like, and there was a motherfucker that had like a Saw thing going down. That's H.H. Holmes. And he would just get away with it. And some of these people, they get away with stuff, and it's real dumb how they do. I think Jeffrey Dahmer had that same luck. Like, the police would talk about how the police would get numerous reports on Jeffrey Dahmer about how the property stinks like death. And people had suspicions. People just disappeared when they go to his house. And the police would go and talk to him on several occasions. And they would just take his word that everything was okay and go on by. Wow. Like, they just get away with it. It was dumb police work. Oh, it can't be that guy. He was so nice and polite. He couldn't be a killer. We don't need to bring him in for questioning. Let's see, there's Utah. The Robert Joseph Silvera, the boxcar killer. You know about that one? Let's see, 1981, 1996. Ride the Nation's Freight Trains. Right? It's part of the Criminal Brotherhood. Freight Train Riders of America. 28 victims. 28 fucking victims. I see David Stoner said in the chat, you can kill homeless people and prostitutes, no problem. No one looks for them. You have a point. While their family might find out and they might grieve, it's kind of, yeah, they just, if they do try to look for them, where are they going to find them? Oh my God, I'm looking at the Jeffrey Dahmer pic right here. I don't want to point this out, but his mustache kind of looks like mine. Let's see. Let me put it here on the screen. All right. You see that? He has a bald patch right there. You know? Right there. I don't know. That's not a good look. I might have to pencil that in with like a tattoo or something. Like what am I supposed to do there? Right? I don't look like this guy, or do I? I don't look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh shit. I kind of do. Oh man. That's not good. Hey ladies. Oh man. Jeffrey Dahmer. All right, let me ask you. Who's one of the serial killers who fascinates y'all the most? I know. I hesitate to congratulate myself on that too. I potentially to see Teresa Matthews says I potentially could have been dismembered and buried. I would always see a guy standing in front of me at a convenience store. So we could. I don't look like him. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. But if I had hair like that, you would see it. You would see it. Mm-hmm. Jack the Ripper. Oh yeah, I'm Jack the Ripper. It was me. I killed all those prostitutes. I'm sorry. Look, it was a statement. It was bad. What, made a time machine? No, but yeah. So I think Jack the Ripper was the answer about who's your, I guess, the serial killer who fascinates you the most. Jack the Ripper is interesting. Of course, they didn't catch him. They don't really know who he was. I think it was the butcher because he has a perfect alibi. He's already covered in blood anyway. But yeah, some grotesque murders, man. The whole thing, it's intriguing, right? You know, all these dead bodies, he does prostitutes, and the crime scenes are gory, and then all the investigations going on, the police are investigating. They have no idea how to investigate. It's like they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're a bunch of numbskulls trying to figure shit out. They don't know what they're doing. In the meantime, you have someone who is Jack the Ripper and other people who are probably not Jack the Ripper trolling the police station. There's all sorts of letters and messages. Sorry. With like severed body parts, ears and shit. Great. Amazing. Wow. The police force back then are fucking idiots. Like, they're so, like, you could just troll them. Because you gotta think, some of those letters, not all those letters could have been authentic. Not all those letters. Some of them had to have been like, oh yeah, I'm Jack the Ripper. Oh yeah. Because you get that now. Right? You still get that. You get people who like call and they'll prank, they'll act like whatever. But for some reason, I'm thinking it probably happened more often, at least for that one particular case. It probably happened a whole lot. Because they had no idea who they were looking for. Let's see. They're looking for a John who killed prostitutes. Man, how many Johns sleep with prostitutes? Fuck, this could be hard. God damn it. It could be any one of us. It could be one of us. It could be one of us. Are you the River? No, man, I'm not the River. Gosh. Well, I'll take you at your word. You know? Horrible. I do sound sick. Because I am sick and I'm wearing PJs because it was a PJ, I gotta make sure I said that right. I said it was a PJ party, not a BJ party, right? Okay. It's a pajama party. All right. Which, by the way, how are we doing on the likes now? We got 10 likes? We got 10 likes. All right, so it's Everclear time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, any of the serial killers? Come on, let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. Let's have a talk. All right. This is Everclear. You know what? And Sarah Dell and David Hughes. Normally what I would do is encourage people to buy your book by saying, for every purchase, I'll take a shot. I tell you what. I don't know. Got to do that here? I don't know about Everclear, but every purchase right now, if you tell me you purchase this book, Collision Course, and you can send over a screenshot or something that you purchase Collision Course, paperback or ebook, you send it. I either take a shot at Maker's Mark, chug some beer. Come on, let's make it work. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Woo. Oh, wow. That wakes you up. Ooh. Ooh. That wakes you up real fast. Oh, that was Everclear. Stark weather. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We still have time to do the ultimate serial killer quiz. I need your help on this one. Are you ready? All right. During what decade was the term serial killer coined? 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. All right. Which one is it? What decade was the term serial killer coined? The 50s, 60s, or 70s? I want to go with 60s. 1960. Don't Google it. Okay. Just go with your gut. You know, I'm just going to go 60s. Oh, fuck. It was 70s. This is great. I'm going to fail this. Okay. How are serial killers different from mass murderers? Serial killers are more skilled. Serial killers let time pass between murders. Serial killers murder all their victims in a short amount of time. I would say the time between, right? A good example would be, in recent examples, would be like the school shoot. You might say it's tasteless, whatever, but reality is what it is. The school shooters, like the Christchurch shooters, like they're not serial killers; they're mass murderers. Okay, but someone who kills like 20, 50, hundreds of people. What is Ted Bundy's body count? What is the BTK killer's body count? People who kill like mass amounts of people, right? They probably fill in the graves in like in the Mojave Desert or the killing fields. You know, they make a whole wilderness into a graveyard. Those are serial killers. So the time. All right, we got that one right. All right. How many serial killers does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many serial killers have there been in the United States in the past century? 300, 400, 500. I don't know this. All right, I'm going to need your help. Let me know. Don't Google it. How many serial killers have there been in the United States in the past century? 300, 400, or 500? Is it 500? I know it's not 300. 300? No, you Googled that. It was wrong, Becky. It was wrong. Oh. Thank you. It was C. Always go C down the middle on the Scantron. C down the middle. I did that once in like chemistry class. I just C down the middle. And I got like an 80. The teacher still failed me. I was like, I passed. She's like, no, you fucking cheated. She didn't say it that way. She's like, I know what you did. You just went down straight down the middle. You didn't take the test. So I guess. I took my shots. I'm a gambling man. My parents were not happy about that. All right, which of the following is not one of the ways experts classify serial killers? Motive, social patterns, method. I think social patterns. I think motive is definitely used, and method is used too, right? Because that's how you're going to know it's the same person. Because it's the same method. Social patterns, I would say, would be the outlier. No, it was wrong. Oh man, what? Oh, I was thinking of like televised serial killers. Man, I'm failing this. Okay, I really need y'all's help now. Serial killers who believe that they will profit in some way from the murders are called gain killers, reward murderers, profiters. I don't know. Gain killers? I don't know about this. I know it takes time for the chat to catch up. I don't know this one. I really do not. Serial killers who believe that they will profit in some way from the murders are called gain killers? Gain killers. I was right. I just guessed. Most serial killers are white men, young white men, young black men, middle-aged white women. Come on. It's white men. Come on. Women, step it up. Get up there. Come on. You could do it. You could do it. Let's get that. Representation there. Okay? But for what it's worth, when the ladies do go crazy and they kill, they do go fucking crazy. Man, it's... Okay. Which three behaviors are known as the McDonald triad? Bullying, arson, and nail biting. Bedwetting, nail biting, and bullying. Bedwetting, arson, and cruelty to animals. Ooh. I think... I'm not exactly sure what the McDonald triad is, but I'm guessing this is the certain behaviors, patterns to look forward to in a kid to see whether or not they may have the seed or potential be on the path of being a psychopath. Cruelty to animals. I'd just go for that. Okay. Yeah, that was right. Bedwetting, arson, and cruelty to animals. You're right. Women don't get caught as much as men do. And you know what? From what I gathered from listening to Real Monsters, SK and Wes, the female serial killers, even when they get caught by police and had prior police interaction, they get the benefit of the doubt left and right. It's like, oh, there's just no way you could be an ex-murderer. Come on, she's so sweet. There's no way she could be poisoning her husband. There's no way. You probably deserved it, huh? You know, and you get that stuff too. He probably did. You know, he was probably a dick. All right. Which of the following is not one of the reasons thought to contribute to why a person might become a serial killer? Brain injury, childhood abuse, peer pressure. Which one of these is not one of the reasons? Well, peer pressure, why would that be a reason to become a serial killer? You know what? There seems to be a pattern of brain injury. From what I gathered from listening to Real Monsters, SK and West. See, look, I'm plugging their show. Great show every Thursday night. So I'd say peer pressure is the weakest link here. Let's see. All right, I was right. Look at that. Patterns that link separate homicides are called tracks, blueprints, signatures. All right. Yeah, you're right. Women do kill children more. I would agree with that. Probably would. Of course, you get men that do as well. You get freaks like Albert Fish, who, God, is a fucking monster. But then, you know, yeah, you get times like Andrea Yates. She wouldn't be a serial killer, but she's definitely she's a mom who killed her kids. Okay. Let's see. Patterns are linked. Separate homicides are called tracks, blueprints, or signatures. I don't know what this is. Signatures? Is that what it's called? We'll go with that. All right, I was right. Yay. What is a killer's MO? Method of operation. Murder operation. Modus operandi. Operandi. I'll go with that. Yay. All right. So my results are... And then watch the fucking ad to get these results. Are you serious? I just want to view my results. Oh, 70%. I'm not... Man, barely passing. Barely. Right. Wes would school me on this. But I'm glad he's not on here right now. Because he would school me on it. It wouldn't be as fun. Part of this whole thing is me just kind of going through it. Okay, anyway. Let's go through the caption contest. And wrap up the Facebook event. Facebook release party for a Collision Course by David Owen Hughes and Sarah Dell. All right. So, there are some caption contests here. The way they work is the funny ones win something if we get enough. Sometimes people don't caption, don't leave any comments, which is sad. Let's see. Let's capture this here. Take me off the screen. All right. So here we have a tree. Is this real? Is it photoshopped or is this legit? if this is legit, I have to question what's going on behind that tree. Is cousin Andy doing something funny with the tree again? Is he giving the tree a little wood again? You can't be sticking your pecker in the tree, cousin Andy. Come on, cousin Eddie. Yeah, that's definitely an O face right there. That's definitely a wrong hole face right there. But the captions we have is Sarah Dell. Oh no! And Frank Schottel. Squirrels put their nuts where? Huh. Well, that one's funny. And that one's definitely going to win. So, that's the winner of that one. Let's see. Caption this for a free physical copy. You have a dung beetles? Are these dung beetles? Or are these just regular beetles? I think these are regular beetles. I don't know what sort of beetles these are. But, yeah. They're mating. Which, by the way, I think this photo... I think YouTube has a problem with, like, if you put this stuff on YouTube, they consider it like, oh, it's animal. You know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, how YouTube does their stuff. Anyway, yeah, you have you have bugs making babies. Bugs making babies. Let's see, you got Steven Schodel. Damn it, Steven. I said no piggyback rides. That's good. Danae Johnson. The year in review 2019. Okay. All right. I like that. Any other captions? Oh, this was cool. Only one caption, though. You have someone just in a bathtub with, diving gear. The Marianas Trench was not all it was cracked up to be in those brochures. No, it was not. Not at all. All right. I think that's it for caption contest. Oh, we had some comments here for the killer. Oh, no. Not. No, that's about it. All right, so I think the winner of the caption contest would be, what's his name? Schodel. So, Frank Schodel will get a free paperback copy of Collision Course. He would just need to get with me about where I need to send it, and I'll do just that. So, yeah, that wraps that up. So, we talked about Collision Course, this amazing book, which you need to get. Like I'm telling you now, if you made a purchase right now, and you want to send it over via Messenger, or you just want to send it to Becky somehow, like you've done it, I'll take some extra shots, I'll chug some beer, and I'll extend this thing. We'll do something, make it worth it. But if not, I'll just wrap this up now, because, man, like I said, if you're looking for an action-packed, adrenaline-pumping crime thriller, Collision Course is it. Dead Man's Tone publishers are, but this isn't hard, right? Not at all. But you're not going to miss out on this. You're going to pick it up, put it out there. It's good. It's good stuff. Every page, every chapter. It even starts off. Every page, every chapter is very intense, and it builds up on that. It opens up with something very intense. The main character, or the two main characters that it follows, are in various ways, in their own way, I should say, jaded and broken. They're both not ideal characters. Like, I don't want to beat any of them, but I do want to root for them at times. And then I wonder, why am I rooting for them when they're bad? It's kind of like Tony Soprano. Why would you root for him when you know he's this monster? But you do, because there's that moment of humanity. And you know that despite all the monstrous stuff he does, he is still human. and he's flawed, right? And he's going to counseling. He's trying to do he's trying to do right, but it's like how hard he's trying to do right. Yeah. Yeah. The hotel room, yeah. The sex scenes were pretty hot too. All right. Well, since it seems like there's no other purchases of this book, I'll go ahead and wrap this up now. No extended. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this release party, I hope you did. Let me know in the comment section. Press the like button. Share, subscribe. You guys, ladies, take it easy. Which, by the way, the new Dead Man's Tome podcast schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Dead Man's Tome, 9:30. YouTube, Spreaker. It's going to be there. All right.